What's going on, Twitch and YouTube? Today we're back at it with another Fortnite video, UVOD, if you may. New Fortnite update, vehicles, steering wheels. Let's get into it. I don't talk ever, so just so you know. Well, like everything, it seems to not last very long. It'd be nice if the biomass lasted a lot longer, but it don't. As you can see, I made it to my base, and it's almost empty. I should say the base I'm working on. Alright, let's try the little one. Okay, from the looks of it, it looks like, let's see. Claws do not use. They don't give you any. Bones seem to be really good. Curse bones, you can find those in the ice cave. Skeleton wolves, let's see. I'll show you. Okay, bones seem to be the best biofuel source. Purple bones. Let's see how much you get for one. From what I can tell, the power cells, like, I feel like they need, I wouldn't say double the amount that they provide, but maybe a little bit more. Because if it takes one power cell, of course, then again, it's the medium size, so it probably uses more. I'll have to find out. I'll have to test it. Right now, I'm seeing how much per bone, purple and the green. I've never found blue bones, so I don't know where they are. But we'll see how much each one gives us per. That way we know what we're looking for. Might be easy just to go out and farm skeletons at night, honestly, at this point. Now there's a point to do it. With all the soil and, let's see, with all this, you can't really do much with it other than make a garden, and nobody needs a garden. So, I mean, I have one, and I don't even use it. Maybe you could use the garden. Maybe I'll have to see if the food, if you can put food in these. How's it going? Thanks for the follow. Okay, so you can put food in here, so I guess the soil and stuff wouldn't matter. But you only use the soil once. You ain't gonna go through stacks upon stacks of soil unless, I don't know. Yeah, most likely. If they add clay, they can add tiles. Like color, well, yeah, they're gonna just go down the same Minecraft route where they add clay and then tiles and colored terracotta, and then after colored terracotta, yeah. See, they don't need clay because they already substituted clay with like if you do marble instead of clay, that's what they did. Any kind of pottery or anything like that is already using marble, so I don't see them switching over or making clay. Unless they use clay for like, I don't know what they could use it for. It's like not a bad idea, but see what they need to do is they need to take the iron and copper veins that you find in the caves, and they need to add a rare spawn around like just the open world. No, not yet. I'm actually working on making one. I'm thinking about making a kind of like a design where it's a lot. They're gonna use the. I'm gonna use the lock camera angle and do kind of like. I've never played League, but I've seen the League camera angle. And when you're around, say I'm here and somebody's on the other side, they can't see me and I can't see them from the camera angle because it's kind of like this. I'd say like this. So I want to build a map where it's team versus team, where you can use specific things to hide in, similar to League. Like I said, I've never played it, so I don't really know the mechanics of the actual game itself, but I think it would be pretty interesting. There's so much clickbaity maps and creative right now that just get plays. I've got a map that I spent over 2 years on and it doesn't even see the light of day. Alright, so this is 1 purple bone. You get 3 mass for 1 purple bone. You get 2 mass for 1 green. What? That's a huge difference. Purples are way harder to farm. If anything, I feel like purple should be 5 per bone. If these are gonna be if these are gonna be 2, green are gonna be 2, I think the purple should be 5, not 3. Yeah, that's the map code for first person. It's still a little janky. Like everything else is kind of like, it's hard to get a first person map to look and feel and play kind of like a first person map should, but it is what it is. They're adding it later this year. Hopefully it's good, and hopefully we can actually use it in UEFN, because they never said anything about being able to use it. They just said it was gonna be introduced. Of course, then again, I might be tripping, might not even remember it right, but if they add first person, then I mean, people have already got it right now, so I don't see why it's going to take to the end of the year, unless they have to redo all the animations for, you know, because they wouldn't have to do that, because I feel like the characters got kind of like a skin thing that goes over top of, almost like the mannequin figure. I feel like every character is a mannequin figure with a skin over top of it, obviously, so the animation wouldn't need to be done over and over and over and over and over to be able to get the desired result for first person, because that's pretty much where all the work comes from, is the animations of the hands, the animations of the guns. Yeah, I don't think I think it'll be like next, I would say either next season or the season after. And seasons are only like 3 months long anyway, at most. So 3 to 6 months, yeah. Sounds about right. Probably next season, not the next season after this, but not the one coming up, but the next one after that. I feel like it's gonna be where they release first person. They need to add tents back. They add tents back, and we can mod tents with verse for bigger inventory space, so you're not limited to the 4 slots that tents used to have. Because if there's no limit to the amount, you can use a tent, reskin the model as a chest, and then redo the animations of interacting with it and closing it to be opening a chest and closing a chest. It's really, the way they have it set up, it'd be that simple. But they don't have tents in, so you can't do a makeshift inventory. And I'm also waiting for them to give us the option to rent a procedural, or not a procedural. It'd be nice if it was a procedural, but even a server where it's just constantly on, and when you log into it and log out, it doesn't affect the whole of the server. That way you can make these survival games, because that's what they're missing. You can't do a survival game on a 4-hour server. I mean, look at Lego. If Lego, I don't know if it does or not, I can't remember, but if Lego had a creative timer, which I think it does, now that I remember, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea. Maybe it wouldn't, but procedural would definitely be worth it. Procedural would be something that would make making survival games worth doing. Even if they were to use the same exact engine as Lego. Like, well, they do, but if they were to use the same process of procedural generation, you wouldn't be able to edit the map, though, so you would have to... Editing it in UEFN, it would probably be like... It'd be nice if they gave you the option to edit a loading lobby instead of making it kind of like off the side of the map and then going in. Like almost like a hub, but personal hubs for creators, like like this thing that's coming out for the creators where you can follow and all this and that on actual Fortnite and not just through their socials. But if you could log in, then load into, say, Cypher, because Cypher's got a bunch of maps for this creative team. If you were to load into Cypher's hub, you could see all the portals of all their maps they've made. They could recycle that hub idea and the servers they probably used for it, which they're probably already using them anyway for something else, but if they were to reuse the creative hub idea on actual creators and let the creators use them to like kind of showcase what they got, that'd be nice. Almost like a homepage, but like in a 3-dimensional aspect. Because I got like 20-30 maps that I gotta do the stupid age rating thing on, and then I gotta repost them and hope they pass. Yeah, like if they were to use a hub template and then just convert that over to, say, if you're a creator and you got a code, then you can get this specific island that allows it to connect to all of your other islands. But see, for Fortnite, I would limit it to one, because people could they probably would anyway, but just have one island that's completely dedicated to connecting all of your other islands together. It would fall right into their metaverse idea. One island, you go in, you don't have to look for their maps, you don't have to look on, maps by this creator, blah blah blah. You just load into the person's hub. You see all the islands they have. They can even put up information on there and everything, like channel information, upcoming events. Almost like a community island. think that's what I would rename it. Is I would rename it Creators Community Island, with connecting portals across all your maps. It'd be really nice if they add a TV device that you can link to a URL. And I mean, it would be a lot of moderating, but imagine going into Cypher's Island, going into Ninja's Island, going into whoever creator you watch's island, and you see their stream up if they're live. Or they can just do past broadcasts up to the creator, whatever they want to put on there, given that it's their own content. Just have a bunch of different random stuff on it, I guess. You could have your islands, you could have links to Twitch, YouTube, whatever you stream on. The problem is, it's like, they probably got so much on their plate as it is. With all these other game modes, Rocket Racing, Festival. I don't think that the Fortnite team that designs BR and Save the World is solely working on Lego and stuff. I think they do have their own separate, like, they don't back and forth. One works on this and then one works on that. I think they just stay working on, one team works on Lego, one team works on Fortnite. But I'd like to see them take the chest and stuff from Lego Fortnite and move it over to UEFN. Like, any kind of storage would instantly make it possible to make survivals. There's just no storage. You have to hold it all on your character. And it's kind of hard to make a game mode where, you collect, like, the Save the World items. They added them to Creative a while back. But if you die and you have drop loot on, you drop all that stuff. But what if you want it to where, you also have gold on you? You drop the gold too. But if you were to able to make it to where you don't drop the gold, or you have an inventory outside of your character, like the tents, then you would be able to store, like, mechanical parts, twine, planks, all that stuff, all the minerals that they have. And then you could talk to an NPC, turn them in for either cash, and you can set up quests, like go in on a map, collect X amount of whatever resource they want you to do. Because my envision is I'd like to make an EFT map out of the Mega Mall map, the first person one that I made. That's my main map. I'd like to turn that into a looter extract type, but it's kind of like right now it's not really possible, especially with the space limit. It's kind of rough. You can make either a really detailed map that looks really good, or you can make a really technical map that plays really good. But you can't make a really detailed technical map that plays good and looks good without going over limit. You can, but you're going to have to sacrifice so much, at least for me. I have all day, every day to work on maps, and that's pretty much what I do. Other than playing this here, I just wanted to see what they have for the cars and stuff. Yeah, like that's the thing is, if there's no pre-built way, you have to go kind of like I'm sure there's a way to do it if you were to, like, rig together a bunch of different things, but it's way too much extra steps to be able, like, look at first person, dude. You have to use an orbital camera. You have to use, if you want a really good first person, yeah, the Nike map. Are you talking about the one where they slid down the hill you collect the coins and stuff like that? The one with the repeat song that just absolutely drove you mental? That was good, though. I actually, out of all the creative maps they've ever come out, I think that was one of the only ones that I've actually played a lot of. And that was when they, first came out with, good creative maps. That's before UEFN. But the thing is, it was like it was like a Subway Surfer, but not. It was pretty good though. Yeah, they just need to add the tent device back in. Once they add the tent device back in, they can let us do the rest of it because all we have to do is change the UI, change the amount of slots through the UI. I'm hoping that it won't be too bad. Airforia, it's probably a newer map when they released the two skins there that they came out with. Yeah, I probably didn't play that one. I'm talking about the downhill. I don't remember what it's called. It's downhill something. That was way back, like Creative 1. Back when they had the islands and stuff like that. Where you join on the Creative Hub and you go into people's island and yeah. See, even if you were to make a Lego island right now, you don't get chests. You don't get any of the tool benches. So you can't just like take this here, put it in UEFN, and make like a battle royale. Cause you could. You make a pretty decent one. You make maps. I think, yeah, this one's maxed. Yeah, I've been making maps since like pretty much since Creative came out. I started making making blocks, which I never got one featured. Like that's the thing is I don't play the social media game that a lot of people do. I don't have thousands of followers. I don't have like thousands of videos completely edited out of their mind so they're enjoyable to watch. I have me doing VODs. It's a but the maps I make, I've been making maps since PlayStation 1 back on Time Splitters 1. I've been making maps for like that long, all the way from Time Splitters 1, Time Splitters 2, Time Splitters Future Perfect. Um, I made maps on a bunch of different motocross games. Yeah, getting the players, like the whole point of like a social media following for me would be to get people to the map, but it feels so disingenuous just to, farm social media likes just so people will play a map that, I think personally, of course I'm going to think that because I'm the one that made it, but, I think personally after 2 years of work on a map and like countless times I've submitted it to being on the page and they won't, like any time that it's ever been posted on like once I update it and it shows up like for like a brief second, I've had like 300 people play it in a day, but it never gets posted. And I think a lot of it comes to do with the way that they have their suggestion working. Like my map's like almost 2 years old to this point. It's been in existence since Creative came out before UEFN. See, that is probably going to be my next step. Is completely separating from UEFN and going straight just to UE. Yeah, they don't really promote it. Even if you submit forms to have it promoted, like the last time I submitted it, they told me people were getting stuck in a loading screen or not loading screen. They were getting stuck in a cinematic. Because I used to have an intro cinematic similar to like the Black Ops maps where you would load in and it would pan over the map while it's waiting for players to fill. And as soon as the players to fill timer ran out, it started the match and there was no cinematic. So there is no possible way for them to get stuck in a cinematic. It's just a simple fact of whoever tested it sat in the cinematic waiting for players for 20 seconds, left, and didn't even test the map. Either that or it's just done automatically through some kind of system they have. Yeah, UEFN is great for the simple fact that it kind of like mainstreams everything, and you don't have to go out of your way and learn how to model. You don't have to learn how to code. You don't have to learn how to do pretty much anything other than just kind of play shit in the game regularly like you would in playing Fortnite. And hope you piece together something that's entertaining enough for people to spend a bunch of time on. But even if you do, that's not guaranteeing that it's going to get plays, because you have to go out of your way to go on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever you use. You have to go out of your way, make videos on it, and then you have to make, posts promoting, and you have to be kind of like, if you want to get anywhere, you have to be kind of cringy in an aspect and just go on forums and kind of spam your shit everywhere, like legit. I'm not about that. Like, I just don't feel like going and spamming my content everywhere, because for one, it's like a chicken before the egg scenario when you start out. Like, do I go and I post my content where people don't know who I am and it's only looked at as self-advertisement? Or do you edit and make YouTube videos? Yeah. You don't, like UEFN, you don't have to ask anybody to spend money, really. And to be honest with you, even if there was no money attached to this, like, I still would be doing it. Like I said, I've been doing it since Time Splitters. I've been making maps for my brothers. I've been making, maps on Far Cry. I made maps on multiple different Far Cries, I should say. Like, there's just so many games. I used to make maps for private servers for World of Warcraft using Nogget, and it was really crappy. Like, the actual program, like, I give them props for making it because it's a really hard program to make. But making all of that stuff on Nogget with, like, the actual terrain of World of Warcraft, the triangles are so big. And water was worse. Water was way worse. I couldn't even imagine trying to remake any of that stuff nowadays, because I don't even think any of the programs exist. Time Splitters is pretty good though. Time Splitters was kind of like a grid. You could do an aerial view, and it would have a grid, and each square would be a corridor, kind of similar to like how Fortnite has it, where you have a square and you can put the walls around it. But with Time Splitters, it was already predetermined. Like, you would have cubes. They're almost like cubes, where you'd have two doorways, and you could place that and connect it, and almost like it reminded me of like D&D, like how a D&D person would make like dungeon maps or whatever they make. But I've been making them since then. I don't care about the social media part of it. I don't care about the fame part of it, and I don't care about the money part of it. Honestly, the only part I care is people actually like the map and enjoy playing it. But now in this day and age, you can't just rely on a good map carrying itself. You have to carry it. It's oversaturated with the amount of people that are doing it. Which is fine, because it's supposed to be accessible. It's supposed to be easy to get on, make a map, and then play with your friends. I need to make the big vehicle. I think I actually have enough to make it anyway. But I bet you that takes 3 cells. Oh yeah. But I'm gonna need that. I don't know. I like the vehicles that they added. They're very They're not super responsive. Like in the turning, they kind of have almost like a, they almost have inertia in a way. Yeah, see? Maybe it's just a delay. There's a latency in the actual game itself. Another thing is they're kind of slow. I don't foresee myself using these very often. And the only reason why I say that is because I can just climb up that, jump, and get to my beach base. And half the time it takes me to drive this there on top of making... Can you? See, I don't know with the pre-built. I know you can make your own, but I don't know if you still need to, like, see, there's no way to look down and activate a lever. So I think that's where the issue is going to be. Even if you were to add thrusters to this, do they auto? Here, actually, let me see that. I know you need blast powder. Let's see. Oh, they moved everything again. Do a little small, yeah. Let's see. Let's see what it does, even if you can. Do small. Yeah. Oh, wait. There is a spot. Yeah, that's not gonna work right there. See, I wonder if you can... Oh, I really hope this don't break the whole thing. Okay, sweet. Let's see, can we fit... Alright. Yeah, see, it don't activate it though. That's the only issue. Yeah, it's definitely, like, the vehicles are definitely good. I just don't see how you're gonna be able to... Maybe if you make a two-person, you can have the second person do the boosters. Like, if you were to make... If you were to make this one right here... Say you're to make this one, and you were to put, like, a wall on the back of it, like, right behind the seats, and then have somebody stand in the back and boost it. I can already tell this one right here is going to be so slow it's not even worth making. Yeah, I gotta get to it. Like, my social media game is fucking trash. I have to get on and actually take time to edit videos. I gotta get an editing program to do it. So I gotta edit videos. It's just fucking... Like, I'm a map creator. I'm not, like, a YouTuber or a stream... Well, I say that as I'm streaming, but I'm not really, like... That's not my intention. My intention is more or less just kind of, like, sneak previews of the map that I'm making. Or just because I feel like streaming that day. Yeah. Definitely is part of the process. Part of the process I don't want to do, but... It's just sad that the success of your map is directly linked to the success of your social media. I mean... It makes sense and it sucks at the same time. Yeah, I think the green bones, like, if you're gonna go anywhere, and do any of this stuff here, use green bones. Green bones, by far the best. Corn, maybe. I got quite a bit from food. Yeah. I would say green bones, and then maybe... What's that? DaVinci Resolve. Oh, that's what you're saying. It's professional grade video editing software. It's free. I'll have to look at it. I'm actually going to save that because, like I said, I got to get on that part of it. Okay, I got enough. See, I think if you were to get enough power cells saved up, it'd be worth using the vehicle. But when you first start this, I think your best bet is just to take and pile in a bunch of bones on like a wall of these, and just make almost like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 of them before you start using a vehicle. Because this thing right here is using the same amount of gas as the other one does. I only drove a little bit and it's already an eighth gone. Yeah, look how fast it burns. I don't know why there's 2 bars too. There's like a stam bar and there's like a gas bar almost. Either that or it's the vehicle health. I think it's the vehicle health. I think the top little micro bar is the vehicle health. Maybe not. No, it's not, because it's burning at the same time. Maybe the stam bar is bugged and showing at the same time. As in, oh, for that? Yeah, I just burn whatever food I got on this. I don't really, like, I have a bunch of stuff made, but I just don't spend time on the food aspect of the game. Yeah, I got tons. It's just the next thing that I have to use up, basically. I just grab whatever. Yeah, but wheat, I think wheat actually gives you a good amount too. I don't know about the mushrooms. I have to test the mushrooms. But wheat seems to give you quite a bit of biofuel. Yeah, lots of pumpkin pie. See, I think the vegetables and the fruits and stuff like that you actually grow out of the soil give you biofuel, pretty good biofuel. Bones are definitely worth throwing in. Don't use your purple bones. They don't even give you that. They give you 1 extra over the top of the other ones. Let me split these up. I hate that you have to confirm it multiple times. There we go. I think I have 2 or 3. I've been playing EFT, single player EFT. I've been modding the hell out of it. I'm also, it's another thing. It's like I'm so spread between different games and doing like the most random things on them. Like EFT, I'm trying to figure out ways of combining the map on single player, and if I can successfully combine, yeah, Escape from Tarkov. I'm playing. There's a single player version of it that you're not really supposed to stream or make content on it. It's one of those things that's allowed to exist, but you're not allowed to like promote it. But my plan is to take all of the maps and then connect them through modding, which they've tried a couple times. I haven't tried their version of it, but I want to kind of do it myself. I want to connect them all. I mean, even connecting them is that alone. If I can do it successfully and then show BSG it, maybe they'll think about making an open world version of it, but I highly doubt it. It's got to be like mint. It's got to be absolutely polished before I even suggest. Because I don't want to suggest it and then it get declined, and then like they don't even think about looking into it. See, if I get a good video, if I get a good intro to it, if I show it off decent enough, maybe they'll think about it. But I don't want to waste my time making a huge map, because that's what I would have to do. I'd have to go on Unreal, and I would have to combine the maps through Unreal. But I don't even think you can, to be honest with you. I think the way that the maps are made, I think the whole terrain system that they use isn't. I don't think it can be imported into UEFN, or yeah, UEFN. I wish. Then again, I don't. I'd probably get strike so fast if I did that. Just import all of EFT's maps into one singular map on UEFN and make it a Fortnite map. Yeah, if you play the one map that I did, if you play that one, it's kind of got a little bit of inspiration from Interchange and a little bit of inspiration from Customs. Yeah, let's see. I want to see how much. Yeah, see, bones. Those corn. Those 10 corn gave me 10 biomass. So corn gives you 1. Green bones give you 2. Purple bones give you 3. Yeah. I think green bones are the way to go. They're the easiest to farm. Easiest to gather up. They're the most annoying to deal with. Just stack them up and burn them. And then you got extra vegetables that do the same. Anything uncooked. I don't think you can put in cooked meat. You can't put in cooked meat. Pie. Let me try other foods. Let me put this stuff away first. I don't know if you can't put a pie in. Oh, you can. We'll have to try that. Yeah, see, I'm getting so much soil and so much fertilizer. I don't have a use for it. And you can't burn it. I kind of want to see after this gets done. See, I filled them all up too, of course. They're almost done. Okay, soil, fertilizer. I'm glad I'm getting enough biomass though, because I'm gonna need this. Glass. Yeah, I don't think you can make. Let's see. I'm gonna grab all of the food and see. Can you put that in the composter? Which what? The food or the dirt? You can try this. I don't think I have a composter here. Actually, I might. Let me see. Yeah. No. This is a food processor. See, they should have just made this a processor just in general. You can't put nothing in there. Like I said, I don't think there's really a lot you can do with the soil. Soil and fertilizer can't be put in here either. So, like, literally the only thing you can do with it is gardens. But once you have a garden down, it's not like you're putting more dirt down or more fertilizer. So maybe they could use dirt and fertilizer if you were to mix them together. Like almost, what could they? I think they should just add it to, yeah, it's a compost bin, dude. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like why would they have it to give you fertilizer and soil, but you can't stick the fertilizer and soil in there for biomass, even if it's like 10 to 1 where you do 5 and 5 for 1. I would do that. Like 5 and 5, you get 1. I mean, that would be ridiculously slow to do, but I don't know. I see you getting, you're trading out all your bones, stacking up your bones, and getting rid of them all. So now instead of stacking bones, you're stacking fertilizer and soil. Either that or take the fertilizer and soil and maybe they make a compactor and you can compact the soil and the fertilizer into either granite, or they could make a new thing called sod, kind of like similar to Minecraft, where you can have like grass blocks. You can take and you make sod where you can put grass, like these here, but instead of wood, it'd be grass. You could make your own lawn wherever it may be. I bet you it's something they actually do though. Where you can actually, instead of editing the terrain, because you can't really edit the terrain, like even using a shovel, it doesn't do anything to the terrain. So maybe you can have it to where there's different size squares of grass blocks and shit. And then that would just use up soil. Like if you had too many of them, you can't. Like look at that. I have ridiculous amounts of it now. Just from composting some stuff.
Make a new garden.
I mean, I'm getting a pretty good amount. Okay, let's see. Let's test this. No. Oh, I gotta remember. You can't even split in this UI.
Can you sell it?
Oh, where'd it go? What the hell? Alright, let's see what one gives. I'm so used to other games. I've been playing too many other games. Alright. We'll try those two there. We'll get the other ones and see what they give. Yeah, then you need to make a compactor. If they make a compactor, you can like compact the dirt and the fertilizer into what would be useful.
Building blocks.
Yeah, there's a weird UI bug when you try to split stuff too fast. Alright, let's see. We did that one and this one. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, well, I'm gonna find out that way, I guess. I want to see what each one gives. That way I know what's the best thing to farm for it. Best thing to burn. Yeah, I'm getting so much of this. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna make a garden that big, dude. That's what you could do. You can make a refinery. You take the fertilizer soil. Say you take 5 fertilizer, 5 soil, 1 biomass. And maybe not even a biomass. You wouldn't need to. 1 fertilizer, 1 soil. Let's see what we have. 1 fertilizer, a soil, maybe a bright core because that's kind of like their burn fuel. Maybe take those 3, put them together, and you can make blast powder. Because fertilizer is methane, which is an explosive. You could easily make. Either they could come out with another one, kind of like similar. Either make blast powder or yeah, because biomass is kind of gas. Like it's yeah. I would say take fertilizer and honestly, that's the only dump I could see them doing with it. Fertilizer into a refiner. Is there? See, you got this. You got a gem cutter. So you have the juicer, but the juicer is more for like food stuff. Like, let's see. I don't know, because they got bait buckets, and you don't really eat that. This new snow cones. Yeah, I was always wondering why when you dig in the snow, you don't get snow, you get soil, but now they changed it, so now you actually get snow to make snow cones. Actually, what do they do? I keep interrupting this guy. I need to move this out of the base, though, or he's going to keep... Actually, he might make this stuff. Let's see the difference in this to this. Okay, same buff. Same buff, but more health. So more hearts. Same food, too. The spicy... Yeah, see, the spicy would be worth making. See, I wish it would give you a speed boost like it does in Fortnite. It don't. Of course, I have stam turned off. I don't... I can't be bothered. Artificial time gate, and I'll do food and everything like that, but stamina is just one of those things I have never cared for in any game. There's other ways to penalize speed or movement. I don't like stam bars. Okay, let's see what we get for each one of these. 1. Do not use your pies. Pies are a waste of time. I bet you I get only 2 biomass out of these. Yeah, that's not worth it at all. Okay, so pre-cooked food is good. Or, yeah, pre-cooked. Anything that you haven't cooked yet is worth doing. But any of the pies, I haven't tried breads or anything, but I'm assuming they'll be the same 1 per 1. So green bones still is so far in terms of accessibility and just sheer amounts that you would have. Green Bones is the best. Hasn't been beaten yet. I probably do seeds, and they're probably the same thing, 1-to-1. Yeah. See, I'm surprised you can't compost tools. Like none. Not a single one. Not even torches. So you wouldn't compost them. You would need a disassembler. Like, I'm trying to think of like things they would use that would make sense. Not only like obviously on the technical side of it, but like their name of it. Like a compactor, a disassembler. They wouldn't add a repair bench. They would add something like the anvil, where you put it on there. What would you spend to fix? Probably just like the metals that they're made out of, but see, I think the biggest flop is this right here. This is the biggest flop. Like, the only thing I ever use is durability, but I mean, that's all personal choice. You can set it up to more damage so you can farm faster, but at the end of the day, I'd rather have durability so I don't have to keep making the tools and keep coming back to the base to make the tools. The other base is way out. Alright, let's see. Yep, 2. That's what you get. So you get 1 per every pie. So they're not all balanced behind the amount that it takes to make something. So food is 1. Green bones is 2. Purple bones is 3. If you had like an absolute crap ton of purple bones, I would say, yeah, then it's worth it. But if you don't have like a steady supply, you're not going in ice caves and farming. And yeah, it's just not it. You got anything for me? I'm wondering if these guys give you biomass, if there's a... Why is he here? I think he's part of the village. He wouldn't even let me talk to him. Yeah, like what the hell? It's because of the storm? Another thing I wish they would fix. They said they did fix it, but obviously they didn't, because these still pop up in my base. Especially these ones here. Ooh. Especially these ones here. I get rid of this one, it comes back. I even pick the build up, put it back down, it still comes back. They need flamethrowers, man. Take some biomass, a bright core, iron. Is it iron? Yeah, iron. Make iron bars, biomass. Either bright core or blast core. Where is it? Yeah, or blast core. Use those and make a flamethrower. So if you have a bunch of stuff you want to get rid of, drop it all here, flamethrower it. Either that, or you can use flamethrower to make coal. Where you burn trees, and instead of it dropping wood when they break, they drop coal. And you use that coal in a... Instead of this here, instead of a composting bin, you have something that breaks down fertilizer, soil, Sand. I wouldn't say snow, because I mean it's kind of pointless with that. But even then, maybe that. You break those down into biomass. So another way to make biomass, you could break down the fertilizer, the soil, or even not even biomass, just gas. Have like a separate, kind of like the good and the bad side. Like the good side's the compost and green energy, you know, like they promoted it. It's like a green energy thing. It's all safe and blah 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 blah. And then you have the bad side of it, the bandits, where in bandit camps you can find, you know, gasoline, blast powder like you do now. And you find gasoline, and gasoline's more volatile. If you use a flamethrower and there's a gasoline item of whatever, it just blows up. Dude, this is tripping me out, dude. It's like snowing, thunderstorming. Yeah, and another thing is like if something gets stuck like this, this guy has been stuck here for a minute. But he makes all the food. I don't have to make anything. At the point where I have so much stuff, I don't even know what to do with it. Yeah, dude. Guess we stick extra pizza here. Jeez. Wait, why did it give me... Did I... The hell? Whatever. What did I do? Oh, he gives you bait bucket. Because you can make it in the juicer. So he gives you bait buckets now instead of just food. Oh, that's great. More stuff I gotta stack and organize. Alright, well I wanted to just test out and see what they had for the builds. I would say with the very small amount of testing I've done, again, green bones are the best. Green bones are the easiest to come by, the best to stack up and just burn down into biomass. You get the most bang for your buck for them. Power cells seem to run out kind of fast, in my opinion. Like there's no way I'm gonna sit here and make power cell after power cell after power cell to go one way. Like a power cell it's almost gone from this distance. Where am I? From here to here. Yeah. Just that distance, that burns up almost a full power cell. I wouldn't even be... If I was to get in the vehicle that I drove here and drive back, I would make it. So, you do need 2 power cells to go back and forth that distance. Or I can just do this. And go up and land on that and glide there and then come back for free. Like, the idea is great. I think they, one, need to speed up the vehicle slightly. and make the power cell last. Honestly, if I had it my way, I'd have the power cell last like 3 times as long, if not longer. Like, cause if you're gonna be driving this thing constantly, say I did, I went down there, collected blast core, copper, iron. Well, iron's from here, so I wouldn't need iron. But copper, blast core, and obsidian. None of that stuff can really be used to make the biofuel. And then you make the biofuel, bones you're going to get naturally, so that'd be your best way to do it. And then you'd have, like right now, I've been doing this for, I'm going to say an hour or so, and I have enough for 3 power cells. That's enough for a trip there, and then to bring my 1 vehicle back. So there and back. So 50 biomass for 1 trip there. 50 biomass for 1 trip back. Yeah. I don't know. Spend an hour doing it. Yeah. Are they? So the ones you make yourself are better. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all about the wrench. So, where do you make you probably make the wrench in the workbench, so we'll go there. I know you needed a wooden dowel to make it. Get out of my face, bro. I bet you it's here. It's not. Maybe here? No. Wouldn't be in charms. It would be in tools. Right here. Okay, so I need wooden dowels cord. Let's try that. So if you make it, yeah, 3 channel. I remember reading that you could have 3 different channels for 3 different. I'd probably do like 2 on the back, and then put that to 1 channel. 2 on the front, put that to 1 channel. And then I would even put one kind of like on the hood. So if you flip over, because I found flipping these vehicles over, there is no like flip animation. You have to legit like try to flip the damn thing over yourself. I'd put one on there just in case you need to flip it. Yeah. Like you can have 3 different things. So you can go up and then front and back if you're making like an elevator. Like if you make an elevator, you could have it go up and then down. Use the balloons to hold the layer that you're on. Like if you use it to make an elevator, you use the balloons to like counteract flying machines. Yeah, if you were to make a flying machine, you could do left, right, and then boost. Yeah. You would have left, right, and boost easy. I bet you that's why they did 3. So you could have, like, the bare minimum of what you need. Look at that. I'm starving to death again. That's another thing. Food runs out so damn fast in this, but I guess it has to with the amount you can make. I wonder... You can... Actually, no, because you can steer it now. So why would you need left and right boosters? You wouldn't. You would need up boosters to go up, to bring it up into the air, kind of like helicopter style. And then boosters forward and back. So you would need forward boosters, backward boosters. Yeah. But you can't steer it. So you'd need to build like kind of like an airplane style. It would have to have a runway or some way to get it off the ground without breaking it, because we all know how easy it is to break them. I would say boosters under for it to go up would make it easier, so you wouldn't need as much space, depending on what you're building. Yeah, you could. You could angle it to where it's up and angled. Kind of like a 45 degree. I'd have to get in creative and kind of mess around with that. I bet you could make some crazy harvesters too. Now that they got like the ram bar. And where is it? Yeah, these right here. These guards. If they work like I would assume they work, they take a lot more to break them. You could use this to like legit make a farming machine. So not only could you make airplanes now, you can make viable resource farmers. What else could you do? You could probably make a see, I don't know how it. Yeah, they do farm pretty good, but you have to push them. See if you can just get in the damn thing and then just like this small one doesn't do very good. Like you bump into a tree and it just stops. Let's see. Yeah. See, it damaged the front. So you can't go. You still can't go through Frostpine. There's no way to like efficiently farm Frostpine. Yeah. I'm gonna break my vehicle. Okay, let's see. Oh, it flips pretty well. Yeah, there's no boost either. It'd be nice if you put a rocket on here. You could use a like a small amount of your biomass. Yeah, it don't. Yeah, this is the problem I'm having right here. Look at this. What the hell? Okay. Okay, so if you're not on the ground, you can change the direction of the wheels. Okay. See, this one's pretty easy to flip. But is it easy to flip over? That's the question. You can't even flip it over. There it goes. Oh. We're back to flip through this thing. This one's gonna be the pain to use. And the 1, 2, 3 in the corner. What are they for? Oh, for your channels. So you have keybinds. You don't need to use a lever. So you can use boost. Yeah, see? 1. Oh, see, I'm on 3. Okay. Now it's just... Alright. I would suggest building this, and if you're going to use boost, have heavy weight on the back. Because this thing, just default, taking the back bumper off, it does that. Putting it where most people would think to put it. Yeah. I have to say, this one's a lot easier to flip over than the Jeep. The Jeep is a pain. Yeah, what I would do is I'd put almost like a spoiler on this. Small thruster, too big. Honestly, maybe the big thruster keep it from flipping. Either that or just make it absolutely uncontrollable. Yeah, I wouldn't use boost unless you're like something like this here. Yeah, even then, look at that. Oh, it's too much for it. It's too much for the small one, I think. Yeah, well, yeah. But this one rolls. This one rolls over pretty easily. You wouldn't need it with this. I would think maybe, what the hell? It's like, oh, that's an issue. Oh, I probably flipped one of the wheels. Let's see. Oh. It's blue, blue. Oops. Blue. Yeah, that's why. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that's another thing you gotta watch out for. Okay, so they gotta be flipped. Blue, purple. Nope, I'm messing up. Forward. 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 Okay, yeah. So one side's purple, one side. Instead of back and front, it's side, side. Yeah. You gotta be careful, dude. I don't know. I like the flip idea, though. Just can't really complain too much about it. You just gotta be careful when you're trying to flip your vehicle over. You don't accidentally switch one of your wheels and not notice it. One of those things you just kind of gotta get used to. Yeah, this vehicle, I would say it needs more weight in the back and in the sides because this thing rolls like crazy. Either that or it wouldn't be a bad idea just to start building. There's my one of my flying attempts. It still sits there. It's been there, but oh god, I don't even know. Yeah, see it farms like ground stuff like this pretty easily, but see it slows down quite a bit when you do it. Yeah. They don't turn too well either. Kinda. Oh, we stuck. That's another thing. I hate when stuff gets stuck in the ground like that. There we go. Yeah, this thing flips over. This is way better than the Jeep. The Jeep does not flip. Like, you actually have to, like, push it up against a rock and then try to flip it. Okay, where's that one base? See if we can make it there. See, this would be where you'd use the boost. See, that works good. It works good on flat. You try to do it uphill or anything like that, and it just flips. Yeah, floating cars. I have a bunch more other places, too. They're just all over the map. So many of them I just kind of let go. Failed attempts. Okay, to avoid breaking this thing, I'm gonna have to get in Sandbox too myself and try to get like a perfect car design that doesn't do this, which is fine because it's not breaking it, I guess. Here's the other one. I do like the fact that the pre-builts, you don't need to make the lighting for them. They already come built into it. So you don't have to go out and do the extra stuff of that step. Because when you make the actual lights, okay, they're not that bad. I thought they were worse. What was it I was looking at? I think it's in decoration. Yeah. No? Oh no, it's made in the workbench. It's actual tool. Yeah, this. No, not power cell. Where is it? Is it tools? I still need to make one of those, but the lamp, yeah, illuminator right here. 5 thermal fish for 1. Do you only get 1? Does not stack with other carried light sources. Hopefully it's a pretty good, decent size for that. Yeah, this one I thought would be the best to use, but yeah, see, this one's got no lights in the front by default. The only thing I added to this was the chest on the back. Yeah, I'm probably going to be getting off here soon anyway. I usually only stream a couple hours. I just wanted to check the Fortnite update out. Definitely a big one. This is definitely a good update, I would say. Had so many possibilities. Oh, good luck. Good luck to your vehicle stuff. And that's it for me too. I'm gonna get in Sandbox out of stream because it's boring to watch. I'm gonna get in Sandbox and test that myself.